Maz H was once the best and almost the only choice for audiences after a long, tiring day of work in the 70s. Although known as a dark comedy TV show, but Maz H has a strange charm. Being praised by critics for its unique content and impeccable cast has become the reason for the film's charm. However, time waits for no one. We now have no chance to see Masao reunite again because most of its cast is dead. Watch this video until the end to see how all of Masao's favorite faces passed away. Let's get started. McLean Stevenson, Henry Blake. The shocking and poignant death of Lieutenant Colonel. Henry Blake, portrayed by McLean Stevenson in the TV series Massa, is a defining moment in the history of television. McLean Stevenson's portrayal of Henry Blake was a masterful blend of affability, ineptitude, and lovable flaws, making him one of the most endearing characters on the show. For 3 years, Stevenson skillfully crafted Henry into a character who was not only funny, but also deeply relatable. The farewell episode of Henry Blake, titled Abyssinia Henry, is a standout not only in the context of the series, but also in the realm of TV deaths. It struck a chord with audiences because, after spending so much time getting to know and love Henry, his sudden departure left a lasting impact. Viewers had grown attached to the character and his bumbling yet endearing leadership style, which often provided comic relief in the midst of the show's intense and emotional moments. Behind the scenes, McLean Stevenson had aspirations beyond his role on Maz H. He hoped to transition to lead roles in other projects, believing that his popularity as an actor would carry over. However, he soon realized that people were enamored not with him as an actor, but with the character of Henry Blake. Stevenson candidly admitted his career misstep, recognizing that the audience's affection was primarily for the character he portrayed. Following his departure from Maz H, Stevenson struggled to find a suitable vehicle for his talents. He bounced between pilot episodes, guest-starring roles, and short-lived sitcoms for years, but none of them managed to capture the same magic that Henry Blake had. The entertainment industry's inability to separate McLean Stevenson from his iconic character became a significant challenge for him. Tragically, McLean Stevenson's career struggles persisted until his untimely death in 1996 due to a heart attack. His passing left a void not only in the entertainment world but also in the hearts of those who had come to adore him through his portrayal of Henry Blake. Gary Berghoff, who played Radar O'Reilly, Henry's loyal and hyper-competent clerk, expressed the collective sense of loss felt by those who knew Stevenson personally. Berghoff acknowledged the profound impact that this kind and funny gentleman had on both the cast and the audience. McLean Stevenson's legacy would forever be intertwined with his memorable role as Henry Blake, a character who continues to be cherished by fans of MASH. Larry Lynville, Frank Burns. Frank Burns, also affectionately known as Ferret Face by some of his colleagues, stands out as one of those TV characters we all love to hate. Larry Lynville's portrayal of Frank Burns in the iconic TV series Mass showcased a character who was a bundle of undesirable traits. Incompetent, bigoted, pathetic, hypocritical, status-obsessed, sniveling, and constantly eager to spoil everyone else's fun. Despite being utterly awful, Frank Burns was a comedic masterpiece, and Larry Lynville's performance left an indelible mark on the show. Week after week, Larry Lynville brought Frank to life in a way that made him a bizarre combination of being both intolerable and oddly delightful. His ability to fully embody the character, despite being the direct opposite of Frank in real life, was a testament to his acting prowess. Co-star Gary Berghoff, who played Radar O'Reilly, described Lynville's portrayal to The Hollywood Reporter, emphasizing the stark contrast between the actor and the character he portrayed. Larry Lynville didn't shy away from embracing Frank's less-than-endearing qualities. As he explained to the Philadelphia Inquirer via MeTV, He tapped into every box in his head marked nerd, moron, and slime to bring Frank to life. This approach worked to perfection, and Frank Burns became a character that both viewers and fellow actors loved to despise. Even Frank's distinctive giggle, which Lynville incorporated into his performance, became a notable hallmark of the character and a potential lesson in acting classes. As the series progressed, Larry Lynville began to feel that Frank had reached a point where he couldn't evolve any further. Frank was so firmly defined as a twerp that there wasn't much room for character development. Consequently, at the end of Season 5, Lynville made the decision to bow out of the show. Following his departure from Mass H, Larry Lynville continued to work in the entertainment industry, accumulating numerous guest star appearances on shows like The Love Boat and Murder, She Wrote. While Frank Burns remained his defining on-screen role, Lynville also enjoyed a successful theater career, with several performances on Broadway showcasing his versatility as an actor. Tragically, in 2000, Larry Lynville passed away due to pneumonia, a long-term complication stemming from his battle with cancer and related surgery. His manager, Barry Greenberg, noted Lynville's remarkable attitude and resilience in the face of his health struggles, saying, "He was wonderfully refreshing and irreverent, but always a very talented and professional guy. He took this cancer thing better than anybody I've ever seen." David Ogden, Styers, Charles Emerson Winchester III. Major Charles Emerson. Winchester III, a character brilliantly portrayed by David Ogden. Styers in the TV series MASH marked a significant departure from the show's earlier characters and brought a fresh dynamic to the ensemble. As an extremely gifted surgeon, Charles was the epitome of Boston blue blood snobbery, creating a stark contrast to characters like Hawkeye Pierce and Frank Burns. This strategic decision to replace departed characters with their polar opposites kept the show engaging and added depth to the narrative. David Ogden. Styers' portrayal of Charles Winchester was a triumph in character development. While Charles exuded arrogance and condescension, the character was far from one-dimensional. Styers and the writers skillfully crafted Charles as a nuanced individual who possessed genuine skills and, beneath his cold exterior, a real heart. Despite his efforts to hide his compassionate side, viewers gradually discovered the layers of complexity that made Charles one of the most memorable characters on the show. Beyond his role in Mass H, David Ogden Styers enjoyed a long and storied career in the entertainment industry. Notably, he lent his iconic voice to various Disney animated films, including Cogsworth in the beloved 1991 classic Beauty and the Beast. His vocal talents were also showcased in other Disney productions like Pocahontas, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Lilo and Stitch. Styers' contributions to Disney's animated world were remarkable, but they carried a bittersweet note, as he concealed his homosexuality for much of his life due to concerns about working in an industry that might not accept openly gay actors. In 2009, David Ogden Styers made the brave decision to come out, stating, "I wish to spend my life's twilight being just who I am." This significant step reflected his commitment to authenticity and self-acceptance, which resonated with many admirers. Tragically, in 2018, David Ogden Styers passed away from bladder cancer. His passing left a void in the entertainment world, but his impact lived on through the characters he portrayed and the messages of authenticity and acceptance he championed. Alan Alda, his co-star from MASH, fondly reminisced on Twitter about Styers' unique habit of skateboarding to work before transforming into his buttoned-up character. Alda also addressed Styers directly, expressing his love and admiration, noting how gentle and kind Styers was, except when devising the most mischievous practical jokes. Harry Morgan, Sherman Potter. Harry Morgan's journey on MASH is a remarkable testament to his talent and his indelible impact on the show. Before he assumed the iconic role of Colonel Sherman Potter, He made a memorable appearance in one of the series' top comedic episodes as General Steele in The General Flipped at Dawn. His performance in that episode left such a lasting impression that the show's creators decided to bring him back, a decision that would prove to be pivotal for the series. Jamie Farr, who played Corporal Klinger on the show, recalled in an NPR interview that Harry Morgan was regarded as the single funniest person among the entire cast. It was this comedic prowess that led to his return and the eventual casting of Colonel Potter. With his fatherly, folksy demeanor and his ability to effortlessly convey both humor and gravitas, Morgan quickly became one of the most beloved characters on Mass. HH. Harry Morgan's portrayal of Colonel Potter provided a steady anchor for the show's ensemble cast from Season 4 all the way to the series finale. His character's wisdom, compassion, and no-nonsense attitude made him endearing not only to the other characters on the show, but also to the audience. Colonel Potter's presence added depth and warmth to the show's portrayal of the Korean War-era Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. While Harry Morgan had a long and distinguished career in Hollywood prior to his time on MASH, it was this role that held a special place in his heart. According to Reuters, he acknowledged that the show had a profound impact on him, stating, "I don't know if MASH made me a better actor, but I know it made me a better human being." His dedication to the character and the show was evident in his willingness to reprise the role on the short-lived spin-off series after MASH. Even as he approached the later years of his career, Harry Morgan continued to make guest appearances in various television shows, displaying his versatility as an actor. From The Simpsons to Murder, She Wrote, he left his mark in a range of roles, demonstrating his enduring appeal and talent. Harry Morgan passed away peacefully in hospice care at the impressive age of 96, leaving behind a legacy that extended beyond his acting abilities. His colleagues from MASH remembered him with deep affection and admiration. Alan Alda, who played Hawkeye Pierce, remarked that Morgan did not have an unadorable bone in his body, emphasizing his likability and charm. Mike Farrell, who portrayed B.J. Honeycutt, referred to him as a treasure of a person, underscoring the impact he had not only as an actor, but also as a human being. William Christopher, Father Francis Mulcahy. Father Francis Mulcahy, portrayed by William Christopher in the TV series MASH, was a character who left an indelible mark on both the show's humor and its emotional depth. Mild-mannered, thoughtful, and deeply compassionate, Father Mulcahy wasn't just the chaplain of the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. He was often considered its heart as well. William Christopher's portrayal of Father Mulcahy brought a unique blend of qualities to the character. While he exuded an aura of serenity and gentleness, he wasn't above getting riled up from time to time, adding a relatable human dimension to his role. Father Mulcahy's character was known for his moments of humor, such as the unforgettable Father Mulcahy Sound-Alike contest in the episode Movie Tonight, or his aghast reaction upon discovering that his prized fresh ears of corn had been accidentally creamed by the oblivious cook. However, Father Mulcahy's significance extended beyond comedic relief. He provided some of the show's most poignant tearjerkers and engaged in sensitive, profound discussions about the realities of war. His character became one of the most iconic TV priests of all time, admired for his unwavering faith and his ability to offer solace to the wounded and weary in the midst of chaos. After the conclusion of MASH, William Christopher reprised his role as Father Mulcahy in the show's spin-off, After MASH. In fact, he became so closely associated with the character that he was often cast as a priest or chaplain in subsequent roles. His final acting role was as Father Tobias on the soap opera Days of Our Lives. Beyond his acting career, William Christopher devoted years to advocating for children with autism and their families, a cause deeply personal to him as he raised an autistic son. His advocacy work reflected his genuine compassion and commitment to making a positive impact on the lives of those affected by autism. Tragically, William Christopher passed away in 2016 due to cancer, leaving behind a legacy of kindness and grace. His former co-stars fondly remembered him, with Loretta Swit remarking that his casting as Father Mulcahy was the most perfect casting ever known. Alan Alda, who played Hawkeye Pierce, paid tribute to his character, stating, "His kind strength, his grace, and gentle humor weren't acted. They were Bill." Kelly Nakahara, Nurse Kelly. Kelly Nakahara's portrayal of Nurse Kelly in the TV series Maz was a standout exception among the show's nurses. While most of the nursing staff on the series had limited interaction with the main cast and only appeared sporadically, Nurse Kelly's character was so endearing and her charisma so infectious that she couldn't be confined to the background. Her journey from being an extra to a recurring character was a testament to both her persistence and her delightful presence on screen. Kelly Nakahara's promotion from an extra to a more prominent role on Maz, HH, was partly a result of her determination. In an NPR interview, she revealed that she intentionally positioned herself in the background of scenes, ensuring her visibility. However, her success was not solely due to her efforts. The writers recognized her talent and charm, continually seizing the opportunity to have her essentially play herself on the show. Her portrayal of Nurse Kelly resonated deeply with viewers, making her an important and beloved character for legions of fans. Nurse Kelly's significance extended beyond her role as a nurse in a wartime setting. As an Asian actress, Kelly Nakahara broke ground by portraying a character who was not defined by her ethnicity. Many viewers, especially those of Asian descent, saw her as a positive role model, demonstrating that Asians could be portrayed as individuals rather than mere stereotypes. Kelly Nakahara's acting career continued until 2000, during which she took on a variety of roles. You might recognize her as the cook in the movie Clue. However, her passion for the arts extended beyond acting. She transitioned into watercolor painting and became deeply involved in her local art scene, showcasing her creativity and talent in a different medium. Tragically, Kelly Nakahara passed away in 2020 due to cancer. Her departure was met with heartfelt tributes from her colleagues and fans. Alan Alda, who played Hawkeye Pierce, remembered her with great fondness, saying, "She was adorable and brilliant in the part of Kelly, but you couldn't beat what she was as a person, funnier and warmer and kinder than most people I've known." Wayne Rogers, Trapper, John McIntyre. Wayne Rogers, known for his portrayal of Trapper John on the TV series Mass H, played a pivotal role in the show's early years. For the first 3 seasons, he served as one of the top doctors at the 47th and 7th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, alongside Alan Alda's character, Hawkeye Pierce. Trapper John was a warm, charming, and quick-witted character, always ready with a wisecrack to lighten the mood. His partnership with Hawkeye played a crucial role in establishing the show's sense of humor and camaraderie among the characters. Wayne Rogers and Alan Alda shared an excellent on-screen rapport from the very beginning, making their dynamic one of the highlights of the show. Trapper John's character was immensely popular, but Wayne Rogers felt that the character didn't receive the depth of development he had hoped for, particularly as Hawkeye Pierce became the standout character with audiences. Fueled by a desire for new challenges and opportunities, Rogers made the difficult decision to leave Mass H after 3 seasons. Following his departure from the show, Wayne Rogers continued to work steadily in the entertainment industry. He went on to star as another doctor in the series House Calls and appeared in numerous guest-starring roles and TV movies, showcasing his versatility as an actor. Rogers had a penchant for seeking out challenging endeavors, and this drive extended beyond the realm of entertainment. Remarkably, Wayne Rogers transitioned into a highly successful career as an investor. He became well regarded in the financial world with a diverse portfolio ranging from tech companies to real estate and even Kleinfeld Bridal, known for the popular show Say Yes to the Dress. His financial acumen was so impressive that the balance estimated his final net worth at approximately $75 million, a testament to his shrewd business decisions and dedication. Tragically, Wayne Rogers passed away in 2015 due to complications from pneumonia, leaving behind a legacy of both entertainment and financial success. Alan Alda, his former co-star and close friend, paid tribute to him on Twitter, saying, "He was smart, funny, curious, and dedicated. We made a pact to give Mass all we had, and it bonded us. I loved Wayne. I'll miss him very much." Patricia Stevens, Nurse Baker. Patricia Stevens played the character, Nurse Baker, on the TV series MASH, though the show had a tendency to recycle the names of its nurses, resulting in multiple Nurse Bakers and Nurse Abels rotating through the camp. Patricia Stevens herself was credited as Baker, Johnson, Abel, Brown, and Mitchell at various points on the show. However, as the series progressed, she became most recognized as Nurse Baker, stabilizing as one consistent character for both the writers and viewers. While Patricia Stevens had a variety of roles throughout her career, her portrayal of Nurse Baker made her a recognizable figure to Mass H fans. Her presence in the ensemble cast added to the sense of continuity within the 40th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. Beyond her work in entertainment, Patricia Stevens made notable contributions in other areas. She lent her voice to the character Velma in several iterations of the popular animated series Scooby-Doo during the 1970s. Her versatility as an actress allowed her to take on a range of roles, including animated characters, further showcasing her talent. In addition to her acting career, Patricia Stevens made a significant transition to teaching acting and directing. Her expertise and experience provided valuable guidance to aspiring actors, helping them hone their craft and find their own paths in the world of entertainment. Patricia Stevens left a profound impact both on and off the stage. Her obituary upon her passing in 2010 noted that her true talent and genius extended beyond acting. It was in making people feel at ease through laughter. Roy Goldman. Roy Goldman's character, also fittingly named Roy Goldman, played a significant but often understated role in the background of the TV series MASH. As an amiable corpsman and orderly at the 40th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, he added depth to the show's ensemble cast and contributed to the sense of realism that made viewers feel as if the fictional setting was real. Despite only being formally credited about half the time, Roy Goldman appeared in an impressive 67 episodes of the series. One of Roy Goldman's lasting contributions to the show's continuity was coining the name for Jeff Maxwell's character, Igor. This demonstrated the collaborative and creative atmosphere behind the scenes of Mass H, where even the supporting characters had a hand in shaping the show's narrative. Before his time on Mass H, Roy Goldman had also been part of another iconic TV series, Hogan's Heroes, in a background role that similarly often went uncredited. His dedication to his craft and willingness to play essential but unheralded characters showcased his commitment to the world of television. After MASH came to an end, Roy Goldman transitioned away from acting, and his last recorded role was in Mel Brooks' 1983 remake of To Be or Not to Be. Despite leaving the world of entertainment, his contributions to the iconic series MASH left a lasting impact on the show's legacy. Tragically, Roy Goldman passed away in 2009. Jeff Maxwell, who played Igor and shared the screen with Goldman, reached out to MASH fans to share the news of his colleague's death. Maxwell fondly remembered Goldman as one of the funniest, nicest people on the planet, and expressed his sadness at the loss. Alan Arbus, Sidney Friedman. Alan Arbus's portrayal of Dr. Sidney Friedman in the TV series Mass left an indelible impression on viewers. As the therapist who made semi-regular visits to the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital to treat both patients and staff, Dr. Friedman was a character who exuded gentleness, humor, warmth, and wisdom. Anyone would consider themselves fortunate to have the opportunity to discuss their problems with such a compassionate and understanding individual. Alan Arbus's portrayal of Dr. Sidney Friedman was so convincing that even his co-star, Alan Alda, who played Hawkeye Pierce, found it difficult to remember that Arbus wasn't an actual psychiatrist. Alda admitted to the New York Times that he was so convinced by Arbus's performance that he used to sit and talk with him between scenes, asking him psychiatry questions. It was only after a couple of months that Alda realized that Arbus was giving him strange looks as if to say, "How would I know the answer to that?" This anecdote highlights Arbus's remarkable ability to fully inhabit his character. Beyond his role on MASH, Alan Arbus led a fascinating life of his own, though quite different from that of Dr. Sidney Friedman. He had a background in the arts and had worked for many years in the field of fashion photography. His wife, the renowned photographer Diane Arbus, was a prominent figure in the art world. Interestingly, Alan Arbus had also served as a combat photographer during World War II, adding a layer of depth to his connection with the show's wartime setting. Unfortunately, Arbus's personal life was marked by tragedy. Diane Arbus, his wife until their divorce in 1969, tragically committed suicide in 1971, shortly before MASH began airing. This personal sorrow may have deepened Alan Arbus's portrayal of Dr. Sidney Friedman, as it added a layer of empathy and understanding to his character. Alan Arbus passed away in 2013 due to complications of congestive heart failure. He lived a remarkable life, leaving behind a legacy of outstanding acting and a memorable portrayal of a character beloved by MASH fans. Johnny Hamer, Sergeant Zale, Sergeant Zelmo Zale, portrayed by Johnny Hamer in the TV series MASH, was a character who added a unique and often exasperating dynamic to the show. Bullish, antagonistic, and hypocritical, Zale served as a low-stakes adversary for the other characters, creating situations where they had to figure out how to coexist with him rather than outright defeat him. His confrontational personality made him a thorn in the side of many at the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, particularly Klinger, but he managed to run afoul of almost everyone at one point or another. While undoubtedly irritating, Johnny Hamer's portrayal of Zale made him memorable, infusing the character with a boisterous and combative energy that made it entirely believable that this character could stir things up. Although Johnny Hamer is best known for his role as Sergeant Zelmo Zale on MASH, he had a prolific and hard-working career in the entertainment industry. He amassed numerous TV credits for both on-screen roles and voice work, leaving his mark on various shows and animated series. For those who grew up during the 1980s, Hamer's voice may be familiar from popular animated series such as Transformers, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, where he lent his talents to bring animated characters to life. In addition to his voice work, Johnny Hamer had a regular role on the quirky sitcom Madam's Place, where he played the butler to a puppet character. This unconventional role showcased his versatility as an actor and his willingness to embrace unique and comedic opportunities in the world of entertainment. Tragically, Johnny Hamer's life was cut short when he passed away in 1989 due to cancer. Despite his untimely departure, his contributions to MASH and the broader entertainment industry continue to be celebrated. What do you think about the silent passaway of this MASH cast member? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.